Ladies and gentlemen, what's up, everybody? This is Joseph Conlon here with your Monday Night Raw review on Monday, November 9th, 2020. We are 2 weeks away from the Survivor Series pay-per-view as we had more build to the Survivor Series pay-per-view building up to that show and the show next week, which is the go-home show. This show tonight, in my opinion, it was a filler show just to get to next week and to progress to the pay-per-view. We had some decent wrestling on the show. We had a great match between Mustafa Ali and Ricochet, and then we had a decent qualifying match. But besides that, I didn't really find anything else special in this show. I'm here with a special guest. He is a big wrestling fan, loves the WWE. He's my friend from school. Ladies and gentlemen, his name is June Renz. What's up, June Renz?
What's up, guys? Good to be here.
He's back on the channel. What'd you think about Raw tonight?
Amazing, bro. Amazing.
Oh, God. He said amazing. I think he's just joking with you guys, but...
I'm not joking. I'm not joking.
Oh, okay. Guys... He's joking. He's a big he's a big WWE guy. You're gonna have to deal with it. But we got some good stuff tonight, man. Like the Survivor Series. What are your thoughts? Before we talk about the Raw review, we were talking about this earlier before the show, and it was a rumor that WWE put a press release saying that the Undertaker is gonna be having his 30-year farewell. Do you actually think that he's going to retire at Survivor Series?
No.
Why?
I honestly can't say. It's just I don't think Survivor Series is like the place. I know it's like his home ground, but I feel like WrestleMania should have been his last appearance.
Interesting. And if he was to go up against any, but I'm sorry. What were you saying?
Well, what do you think?
I was gonna say that. I can't see Vince McMahon just letting the Undertaker go off doing what he wants. I guarantee you, he's trying his best to get him to wrestle at least a match at WrestleMania. But who would you put against the Undertaker? Like this roster right now, who would you put up against The Undertaker at WrestleMania?
Honestly, the only person that can go up against The Undertaker should be The Fiend. I don't see anyone else.
I couldn't agree with you anymore. It's perfect. Undertaker would hopefully The Undertaker would be passing the torch to The Fiend. You would think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna get. What was that?
The Undertaker. Shoot, bro, I forgot what I was gonna say.
It's all good. If you got it in your mind later in the review, we'll get back to it. But if you have not already, before we get started with the review, make sure you check out my AEW Full Gear review from yesterday morning, actually. Make sure you go check that out. And let's get started with the review. So, the show opened up with Miz and Morrison doing Miz TV. They immediately got interrupted by Randy Orton. Randy Orton was burying the both guys on the promo. He said that Morrison went to the minor leagues, which means Impact Wrestling. So, right then and there, Randy... Yeah, at Lucha Underground, Impact Wrestling, both there. Randy Orton is burying the company, so there you have that. And then he gets interrupted by Drew McIntyre, and out the New Day come. This segment was just to set up the main event. I really got nothing much to say about this. I'll give the floor to you real quick before we move on to our first match.
Honestly, I don't have anything to say about this one either.
All right, so you want to talk about the first match?
Yeah.
All right, so we got Elias, Jeff Hardy, and Riddle in a triple threat number one, triple threat Survivor Series qualifier, where the winner would go on to be on Team Raw. And this was a. Were you saying something?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying something. This was a decent match. It wasn't great by any means, but this was a decent match for what it was. Just off the back and forth between Matt Riddle and Jeff Hardy. I would really like to see them in a one-on-one match sometime down the future. I think that could be really good, but I knew exactly what was going to happen. Riddle was going to win this match. He was going to pin Elias, and that's exactly what happened. Riddle pinned Elias with the Bro Derek, and now Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle, okay? His name's Matt Riddle, if you didn't know. He pinned Elias, so Matt Riddle is going to Survivor Series. What do you think about that?
Oh, and I am fine with anybody that's not Elias, okay? I know Elias wasn't going to win, but still.
So you wanted Elias to... You wanted
No, I didn't want Elias.
Oh, okay.
I would have been Jeff or Matt, and Matt won. So.
Yeah, we got more Matt Riddle later on the night, which we'll actually get to next because I'm gonna try to go by this really quickly. We had Shayna Baszler versus Lana, which was a 60-second squash. Shayna Baszler puts in the cure for the clutch, and Lana taps. And Nia Jax attempts to put Lana through the announce table, and Mandy and Dana broke that up. This kid was upset for some reason. He is a huge Lana fan. I'm not sure why. Would you like to tell the people why you like Lana?
She's just the greatest. No, not great. She's the best of all time. Team vote.
Oh.
Vote.
He's calling Lana the boat, folks. Here on the Big Fight Field channel, you just heard it. So now you got Lana stealing Natalia's catchphrases.
That's okay. Who cares about Natalia? Honestly, who cares about Natalia?
Yeah, I do agree with that. Natalia should be putting others over right now, which she is. She put Bianca Belair over the other night on SmackDown. So don't worry, we got more of these women later in the show. But we got the Survivor Series team meeting with... Were you saying something?
No.
Oh, your phone's a little choppy, so it's all good. We'll just move on with the review. We got the Survivor Series team meeting with AJ Styles, Braun Strowman, Sheamus, Keith Lee, and Matt Riddle. This was just a segment to set up a Survivor Series tag team match for the show. Besides Matt Riddle giving nicknames, which wasn't really that funny, but the interaction between Matt Riddle and Sheamus, I mean that was pretty priceless. I was laughing my ass off about that. What about you?
Same here.
Yeah, what was the thing that he called Sheamus? Didn't he call him like a red face or something? A fire face, right?
Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah, he called Sheamus Fireface. How long until Vince has Matt Riddle being named as the Riddler?
I hope next week.
Oh God.
The Riddler, bro, and the Riddler costume. Mark it, bro. Mark it.
Oh God, he says mark
The kids will love it.
Who?
The kids will love it, bro.
Oh, the kids would love it. Yeah, but fans like me would much rather see the Matt Riddle that we saw competing against Sheamus last week in that great match. I think it was last week or the week before. I'm not really sure, but this tag team match here between Riddle and Keith Lee versus Sheamus and Braun Strowman. The action was good, but it was kind of ridiculous, like the way the match was. I didn't like this whatsoever. Like, the match was good. I just couldn't get into it at all. Like, I don't know. I don't know, man. The fact that they have the Survivor Series 5-on-5 and there's absolutely nothing at stake. It like makes me care about nothing on the build, and it doesn't make me care about the match at all. I don't know if you feel the same way, but I would have something on the line. Would you?
I mean, of course.
Like what would you put on the line? Like I was thinking like the sole survivor or the sole survivors get a WWE championship or Universal Championship match at the Royal Rumble. That's what I was thinking.
Well, it doesn't matter which one you're talking about, like which team, like which the female, the male or the female.
No, it doesn't matter. I'm just saying like whoever's the sole survivors for both male and female should get a championship match at the Royal Rumble.
Well, I think they should get like the last spot in the Rumble.
That's another good one too. There's a lot of stuff you can do with with the Survivor Series. A last spot in the Royal Rumble, that's actually a really good one too. But does it make you feel like there's nothing at stake? It's the same. Does it make you feel like that you kind of don't care about the Survivor Series, or no, you still care about it?
Well, I'm not gonna say I don't care, but like I like it for what it is.
Okay.
Like I like the brand versus brand. I know most people don't like it, but I actually kind of like it. It's like it doesn't mean anything, but it's fun to see. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can respect that. I can respect that opinion right there. But the brand to brand for Survivor Series, so sometimes, not all the time, sometimes we see it on Raw and SmackDown. So do you appreciate it when it happens on Raw and SmackDown too?
Well, I'm sorry. What did you say?
The brand, you said you like the brand to brand matches, which is pretty cool, which I can respect that. But they also do that on Raw and SmackDown sometimes. So do you like it when they do it on Raw and SmackDown as well?
Well, I mean, I guess.
I got you there with a good question, didn't I?
You know what I like about the Survivor Series stuff is that they wear the brand like shirts.
Yeah.
Something about that. I just love that. It's just funny to me.
Okay.
Okay.
So moving on, we got Bobby Lashley and MVP, the United States champion, and he cuts a promo on Sami Zayn, his Survivor Series opponent. Titus O'Neil came out then. This was so random. He begs invitation into the Hurt Business. They don't take it. Then O'Neil says, "What's the point of you walking around here if you're not with the United States Championship if you're not going to defend it?" So of course he gets Bobby Lashley to defend the U.S. Championship against Titus O'Neil. I wasn't surprised by this at all. Bobby Lashley defeated O'Neil in like 60 seconds. And we're still heading to a Survivor Series with Bobby Lashley and Sami Zayn. So the floor is yours on this short match with Bobby Lashley and Titus O'Neil.
Why would Titus O'Neil get a title shot?
I was thinking the same thing. Like, he just walked up to him and it begged a title shot. So if you wanted to, like, you could walk up to Bobby. It makes it feel like you could walk up to Bobby Lashley and just ask for a title shot, and it's granted to you. Am I right or am I wrong?
You are right.
Exactly. So I think it was just to prove a point to Sami Zayn. They're trying to sell you on the match. But now we're going to another Survivor Series match. This one is kind of hard to predict. I know the show is not till next Sunday, but Bobby Lashley can't lose and Sami Zayn can't lose. So what would you do here?
The Survivor Series match?
Yeah, between Bobby Lashley and Sami Zayn.
Um, I have Bobby Lashley win.
Okay. Because he's got, like, representing the hurt. You think if Sammy takes a loss, it wouldn't hurt him that much?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Moving on, we saw the Raw Women's Champion Asuka against Nia Jax.
We gotta talk about this. We gotta talk about this.
We'll talk about it. Trust me, my guy. We'll talk about it right now. We had the entire Survivor Series team out there. We had Mandy Rose, Dana Brooke, Lana, and Shayna Baszler accompanied Nia Jax. This match went about 7 minutes. I was watching the football game instead of this match. I heard a bell, so I went in there, and of course the babyfaces got attacked. Shayna got the careful to clutch on Lana, and you guys know what's gonna happen. You guys know it. You've seen it for 7 weeks. It's now 8. Did you see the tweet that Donald Trump made during the election? Stop the count.
I did not.
I made a meme about it tonight. Like, I was video recording Lana going through the announce table, and I wrote in I tweeted in capital letters, "Stop the count." And right after that, Nia Jax, Samoa drops Lana through the announce table, and I was like, they didn't stop the count. So, 8 weeks in a row, man. This is kind of ridiculous, don't you think?
This is not ridiculous. This is amazing.
Why is it amazing?
Because it's just amazing, bro. It's just phenomenal.
Oh my god.
I love to see it every week. But first, before we talk, we already talked about that. But can I ask you a question, bro?
Go ahead.
Why is Nia Jax and Asuka on Raw when it should be on a WrestleMania pay-per-view, bro?
Dude,
Tell me that.
Dude, do you not remember the match at Backlash they had? Like, that match, it was a double DQ, and nobody remembered it. Bro, do not get brainwashed by Byron Saxton. I can't believe he actually said that.
I agree with every word he said.
Oh, Jesus. This kid, man, I swear to God. I know what you guys' answers are going to be, but put it in the comments. I want him to know the truth. Do you think that Asuka and Nia Jax is a WrestleMania worthy match for a championship? Hell no. Hell no. Oh my god. But going into the Survivor Series, Lana's been put through the announce table through 8 weeks. As much as I don't want to say this, I know clearly where this is going. I don't think SmackDown is going to win the men's 5-on-5. I don't think Raw is going to win the men's 5-on-5. So therefore, Raw would have to be the victorious in the women 5-on-5. And this is all going to lead up to Lana becoming the sole survivor at Survivor Series. That's my prediction.
I think the same way.
It's either going to be Lana or Bianca Belair. It should be Bianca to build her up for Sasha down the line. But knowing Vince and the story they're trying to tell at least, it'll be Lana. Watch.
And it should be.
Oh,
it should be.
God. Let's move on. Let's actually talk about a match that was very good. A match that I loved. It was Ricochet versus, wait for it, Mustafa Ali. Like, Tom Phillips said his name so differently the entire night, during this entire match, it started bothering me. And I even texted him. I was like, I don't like this at all. I don't like that Tom Phillips is saying his name differently. It doesn't sound right. They have never called him Mustafa Ali, and now they want to change it. I don't like it. What about you?
I don't like it either. I thought Tom said Mustafa, like Mustafa.
No, he said it like Mustafa. Mustafa or something. What I can't even say it correctly.
Yeah, I don't like it either. It's just
I don't.
it doesn't seem right. I really have nothing to say. It just doesn't sound cool.
I agree, but you know it was good. This match between Ricochet and Mustafa Ali. This was by far the best thing on the show, and for I believe a third week in a row. I believe for a third week in a row, this has been the second match, the second to last match before the main event, has been the best match on Raw. We had Sheamus versus Matt Riddle, The New Day versus The Hurt Business, and now this match tonight. This match was really damn good. And you had Ricochet jumping on the members of Retribution, and then he went for the top rope, missed the 450 splash. Mustafa put him in like a triangle chokehold and he passed out. So Mustafa Ali won this match as he should have. What did you think about this match? I thought this was really good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it was best match of the night. But I gotta say, I'm a little surprised it ended like clear. Like I was expecting like a DQ finish.
So you think they were gonna drag this out a little bit more?
The feud.
Yeah.
Or the match.
The
yeah.
feud.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, man, I don't know what happens with Retribution. To me, they seem lost. They lost to the Hurt Business twice, and after that, I gave up on them. I have no hope in these guys whatsoever, man. I don't know about you, but I have no hope in them.
Man, I have hope.
Oh god.
I have hope.
I mean, listen. I want them to rebound. I want them to be booked better. They deserve better. I want them to rebound, but this Retribution gimmick thing that they're not in, it ain't working. It ain't working. And in a couple weeks, going into 2021, they gotta forget about this. Send Dijak back down to NXT. Send Mia Yim back down to NXT. Have Mustafa Ali be the Ali we know, and it'll be fine. That's all they have to do. Am I right or am I wrong?
You are wrong, because I want T-Bar and the rest to stay Retribution.
T-Bag. He's laughing his ass off now.
T-Bar, bro. Just all you need, T-Bar.
T-Bag.
T-Bar.
Oh, God.
And Maze. And Reckoning. And the others.
Slapjack.
Slap.
Now we're laughing at now he's laughing at the names. Main event. Let's talk about this main event. We had Drew McIntyre and the New Day versus Randy Orton and The Miz and Morrison. This was very typical, very basic. Randy Orton did not get in this match at all when he found out that he'd be defending the championship next week against Drew McIntyre. So there's a fourth match we're getting between these guys. McIntyre wanted Orton the entire time. He didn't get Orton. McIntyre ended up destroying Morrison, and that was the end of the match. I got really nothing much to say about this main event. Very quickly, what did you think about the main event?
I mean, it was average.
Yeah,
average.
Just an average main event. But next week, really quickly before we get out of here, we're getting 2 championship matches on the Go Home show for Survivor Series. I'm going to let him do his predictions real quick on the 2 championship matches. June ends. We're getting the Hurt Business versus the New Day for the Raw Tag Team titles next Monday night. Who do you got?
That is actually a pretty hard one. I gotta say that out of all the title matches, I think that's the hardest. I'm gonna say the Hurt Business.
I agree. I think they always do a switch for championship matches during the Survivor Series build, and I think I honestly think the Hurt Business versus the Street Profits makes more sense than the New Day versus the Street Profits, and having the New Day drop the titles to the Hurt Business will not help. Will not. It won't. They're not. They won't be buried. It won't hurt them at all if they drop the titles to the Hurt Business. So I'm gonna agree with you there. I'm gonna go Hurt Business, and then Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton for the WWE title. Who do you got and why?
Randy Orton.
Same. He just. Go ahead.
Yeah, he just won the title. I mean, I don't think they're going to do like a switcheroo for that.
I agree. He just won the title at Survivor Series, so there's no point. At Hell in a Cell, my bad. So there's no point of just giving the title right back to McIntyre. So I'm going with Orton there. Ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I have to say, both matches, like Drew and Drew and Roman, Brandon and Roman are both good matches. But I'm more intrigued on the Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre. I mean, Roman Reigns match. In my opinion, it sounds more, I don't know, better.
Yeah, I agree with you. Plus, if Drew were to win this match, there's no chance he's beating Roman at Survivor Series. I would rather Randy Orton take the loss than Roman Reigns. I would rather have Randy Orton take the loss rather than Drew McIntyre.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap up the Raw review here tonight on the channel. I want to thank each and every single one of you who tuned in to the review tonight. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the content for the rest of the week. Comment down below what you thought of tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw. Hit that like button if you like what myself and Junrens had to say about tonight's edition of Raw. And follow me on Twitter, @Colin_Joseph. We just reached 1.5k followers over on Twitter. So thank you guys so much. We're almost halfway to 1.6k followers. So if I could get that before Survivor Series, I would very much appreciate that. And make sure you hit that subscribe button once again so you don't miss any content this coming up week and next week as well. So, any last minute words before we get out of here?
Yes. Tune in next week for Lana number 9 table spot. That's all I have to say.
Well, thank you for coming on to the channel tonight, and I appreciate you having on. We haven't done a review together in about 11 months, and he came on in the early stages of the channel, so it was great having him back tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, I will be back tomorrow for your NFL Week 10 predictions. Have a good night and stay safe.